The story, as we understand, is that US businessman is fairly far down the road in negotiations to take over Ipswich and buy out Marcus Evans as such. We'd heard tidbits and rumours for about 10 days now going into this, and there'd been this kind of weird... We've been hearing things about Paul Lambert possibly being on the way out, and then it went from looking very close to that something was going to be happening with that to just silence, and it was all a little bit strange. And obviously the reason for that now has turned out to be that there was this going on in the background. So of course Marcus Evans, is the owner, is not going to fire a manager and pay out compensation. He can leave the next guy to do that and pick up that sort of tab. We had the same thing with Derby County, didn't we, where they were wanting the next owners to pick up the tab to get rid of Philip Koku, but hey, that never transpired. So this broke from the Athletic today. A group of American investors led by LA businessman Brett Johnson is on the verge of buying Ipswich Town for $17.5 million. Athletic understands the League One club has been owned. Oh, God, it's not going to let me in. I am a subscriber, but God knows what my password is. Anyway, I'll read the rest of that. The League One club has been owned by British multimillionaire Marcus Evans since December 2007. But the 57-year-old has been in talks with various parties for at least 6 months, having poured more than 100 million of his wealth into the club over the last 13 years. Evans is understood to be writing off that debt, giving Johnson's group a clean slate. So this could be really, really great news, because this could be, I don't want to say a bad owner, but Marcus Evans has definitely been a hapless owner for Ipswich. He came in, he gave Jim Magilton a bit of time, he removed him, he then hired Roy Keane, gave Roy Keane a load of money, which he wasted, finished in the middle of the championship. Then he gave Paul Jewell the job, and then a load of money as well, which Paul Jewell did an even worse job and had Ipswich right down at the bottom of the league. Enter Sir Mick McCarthy, who gets things going and in the end finishes 6th with Ipswich. But while this is all happening, FFP is ramping up and parachute payments go down from 4 years to 3 years and get bigger. And all of a sudden, Marcus Evans realises, oh dear, I think the window where my wealth could have made a big difference is kind of closing. And, oh, by the way, I've got this guy, Mick McCarthy, doing the job, and he seems to be doing quite well without any money. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to put any more sort of push really hard. And yes, he was making a 6 million loss each year. Of course, he could have made a 13 million loss each year. But hey, 6 million, 13 is a lot of money, you know, huge sums of money we're talking about. So in the end, Mick and Mr. Evans realised that, well, Mick, I think, realises that it's probably a good career move for him to get out, basically. So out he goes. In comes Paul Hurst, tries to change everything. Disaster. In comes Paul Lambert. Relegation. Rubbish. And then Lambert's been really bad in League One. So this idea now that somebody might come in who's not hapless is very, very exciting. Of course, there is the possibility that the new owner could also be hapless, or that the takeover won't be completed. But I think we're quite a long way down the road from what we see with this. So the best case scenario here is this gets done nice and quickly. And it does appear that the new owner has strong links with someone that's been mentioned in the chat a few times, Mark Ashton, who's not very popular at Bristol City, but who knows whether those links are true. But the strongest link with Paul Cook seems to be very definitive that that's the guy who will be the manager if and when the takeover is done, which is very, very good news if it happens, of course, because Paul Cook, of course, has you get promoted with Chesterfield, Pompey as well, Wigan as well. And as you all know from watching the channel and watching the Championship, that Wigan team was really good in the end. Before the administration came, they were functioning as like a top 6 or 7 championship team, essentially with Kiefer Moore and Jamal Lowe and Jacobs and Dowell and Nathan Byrne, who's playing tonight, and Dunkley, Morsey, Williams, Marshall, who's also playing tonight in goal. Sorry if I missed anyone out in that team. Anthony Robinson, who's now playing in the Premier League with Fulham, isn't he? So, in principle, that could be all really good. Obviously, Marcus Evans has now just decided that he's done. He's had enough. And in the words of Kenny Rogers, you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. And he's probably just realised, look, where is this going? I want out. I've lost 100 million quid. I'll sell for 17.5 and you get the assets or whatever, and I'll write off the debts. And as they say in Dragon's Den, I'm out. So potentially could be really good news for Ipswich if the takeover takes place and the new owners are in no way as hapless as the previous owner was. There we go. That's my thoughts on the Ipswich takeover. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.